is ice. Ice is my best friend.
Can we stop with the ice on the skin? You could literally exacerbate rosacea. You get these red flushes. You could get capillary dilation. It causes ice burns to the skin.
I have rosy cheeks now.
What did I just tell you? What did I just tell you? I'm gonna say a prayer for his skin. He bangs, he bangs. He moves. But does he know how to apply skincare in a way that works for him? Today we are reacting to Ricky Martin's daily skincare and wellness routine. He is an amazing singer. He is essentially an icon in the music world. He is a wonderful father. I am not a father, nor a musical icon. I am skincare obsessed. I'm a medical esthetician who's been an expert and in the industry for the past 10 years. And although I've worked alongside and with dermatologists, I am not a physician myself, but I absolutely love analyzing, scrutinizing, and learning from other people's skincare routines. So Ricky Martin, sing sweet words of skincare to me, and let's see what we can learn from what he puts on his face.
Hello everyone, this is Ricky Martin, and today I'm going to be sharing with you my daily skincare and wellness routine. Let's start with breakfast. This is all I have for breakfast. I'm only kidding. So this is just immune booster. I think it's important. Remember, I'm a father of 4. My life is very fast. So this is lemon, honey, red onion, garlic, a little bit of salt, and it's just 1 shot. Check this out.
I'm glad it's not the only thing he eats for breakfast. I did not know he has so much tattoos. When it comes to juice drinks and wellness elixirs like this, I agree. If you can boost your immune system with a little bit of antioxidants, vitamins, nutrients, go for it. Just don't rely on these as like a complete meal or like a source of complete nutrition. Just remember that juice drinks have actually stripped the fiber out of the fruits and vegetables that are in there, and that fiber is actually really, really healthy for us. And most Americans and most people in general who are on a standard American diet don't get enough fiber. So just keep that in mind. Can I just say too, I love that it doesn't seem like we have a skin filter. Like I'm seeing real skin, I'm seeing texture, I'm seeing color. This is refreshing considering that I slightly kind of sort of believe that some of these skincare YouTube channels have been filtering some of the celebrities that go on there. That's just a skincare conspiracy theory for now though.
Yes, ready for the day. Let's go. So my first beauty secret is alkaline water. Alkaline water, this is very important. Believe it or not, a lot of people ask me, Ricky, how do you take care of your voice? I mean, you're a singer. My singing coach tells me, when you come to class, I need you to have a glass of ice with water. Alkaline is really good because it's filled with electrolytes. So this is my favorite one.
I'm glad he likes it, and I'm glad that it's filled with electrolytes, but alkaline water is not necessarily a good thing, and no, the human body should not be alkaline. I know he has a voice coach. Don't listen to your voice coach. Listen to your doctor for advice, or a nutritionist, or better yet, a registered dietitian. Having an alkaline environment in the body can actually cause SIBO, small intestinal bacterial overgrowth. It can cause major issues, and the pH, or the potential hydrogen of how basic or alkaline our body is supposed to be, is actually at a very, very regulated level. For example, the pH of urine is around 6, so it's a little bit more alkaline, whereas the pH of blood has to be around like 7.4, 7.45. And that's a logarithmic scale, the pH scale, so if you switch those things around, your body could be in major distress. And yes, you could cause lots of harm to yourself. I believe that his voice coach said water with ice. Cool water is great for vocal cords, that's wonderful. Yes, eating vegetables and whole grains and things like that some people call alkaline could be helpful, but don't start changing the pH within specific systems or organs of your body. Alkaline water is not something you should be looking for, and fun fact, a lot of people who drink alkaline water actually complain of stomach upset and of irritation, and again, some people get this SIBO as a result. I am not a fan of alkaline water. Don't f with your body's equilibrium! But of course, they want to sell you a $7 bottle of water. Who would have thought that we could bottled a basic essential of life and sold it to people for $7? Can you believe that? Like if you go back into like the 50s and you tell people that they're going to charge you for water in a plastic bottle, they're gonna look at you like you're crazy. I just need a time machine.
Let's start with my skincare. Life is crazy, hectic, and you need to be practical. Rose water, spray it all over. It's really good, and I tell you why. It sets the atmosphere. It smells so good. Just give it a try.
I actually don't hate rose water. I do find it to be very refreshing. One of our amazing video editors, Doris, loves rose water. She sprays it on her face. It makes her feel brand new. Skincare is self-care and it should be a fun sensorial experience. You should be able to enjoy it. But Hiram is probably quaking because he hates it. Here's the thing. If your skin is not irritated by fragrance, if you enjoy a nice sensorial experience, go for it. But if you are someone who has allergies or sensitivities, or if you know that you have a very reactive immune system, then maybe rose water is something you want to avoid. But shockingly enough, I'm actually with Ricky on this one. I like to make sure that I enjoy the atmosphere that I'm doing my skincare routine in.
My next step, Kumiko Matcha soap. It's a dry soap. It's very simple. Matcha is super antioxidant. You just put it in your fingers. Just go like that. And it moisturizes, and all you want to do is just leave with it on. Bye, see you later. No, I'm just kidding.
He's right. Matcha has lots of antioxidants. I love the way this looks. And he says it's dry. Is it like a dryer? It almost looks like a cream consistency. It looks like a makeup balm. I thought he was gonna pull out some sort of a dry powder. What on earth is this? Kumiko skincare. It looks like it's $38.95 at Walmart. Okay, show me ingredients. It's a matcha luxurious face wash with rich hydration. Limpiador facial alta hidración. Very nice, I am into it, but what are the ingredients? Oh my god, it's cruelty-free and made in Barcelona. Fabulous. Okay, so this does look like an oil-based cleanser. We start with sunflower seed oil. We have glycerin, ethyl hexyl palmitate. We have sweet almond oil, cocoa seed butter, tea tree leaf extract, some water, some bitter orange peel, which could irritate some people such as myself. But honestly, this looks really good. My only question is, where's the main source of matcha? We do have tea leaf extract, but that's not the same as matcha. Then we have some citosterol, which could kind of potentially help the skin. But all in all, this is a cleanser. It has some antioxidants. It'll be good to remove makeup off the face and dirt and grime and things like that. But if you're really looking for something that has a punch, you could find something that has even more oxidants or even some vitamin C. That's what I would recommend for $40. I feel like this is a little bit expensive, but maybe their sourcing or maybe the brand story or something like that is very important that I am not aware of, because the ingredients lists don't tell you everything. Overall, this is something that if I had a little bit of extra money, I would enjoy, but I also have lots of other matcha infused skincare products that I tend to like a little bit more for my skin.
I am a beach bum. I grew up in an island. It is very important to feel nature as it is, but you know what? I've also been working since I'm 12 years old. So I have my days or my months where I'm really obsessed with my skin, and then I forget because I'm in the ocean. And that's wrong. It's all wrong. So imagine when you're 12 years old and you spend hours in front of a camera with makeup. When you kick puberty, as it is, life is so complicated. Your skin gets crazy. And if you add makeup to that equation, it's just really horrible. So I really had a lot of issues. Eventually, I had to start taking care of myself. Not religiously, eventually it became better in the sense that I started enjoying taking care of myself, taking care of my skin. And this is where I'm at today.
I see a lot of myself in Ricky. Not only did I grow up living la vida loca, but I am also a creature of the ocean. I didn't grow up on an island, but I wish I did. And most people don't know, I surf. I suck at it, but I try. And I absolutely love getting sand in my hair and my crotch and my cracks. And it's really great, except for the sun damage. And on top of that, growing up, breaking out, feeling the need to apply makeup and all that stuff, definitely overwhelming and not always the best for your skin if you don't know how to take care of it. But I love that he has this philosophy of taking care of his skin and actually enjoying the process. Because if you don't enjoy something, it's really hard to stick with it, right? But I'm just saying, Ricky Martin, this is being appreciated.
I am going to wash it off with water. And now my next very important step, believe it or not, is ice. Ice is my best friend. It stimulates circulation. Circulation is oxygen.
Circulation is not oxygen. Circulation is perfusion, and yes, does involve oxygen. But oh my God, you guys, I have spoken about ice on the face so many times. Even James Welsh and I did a little collab video where he put ice on his face and I told him about the potential dangers. For most people, is it going to hurt them? Maybe not. But for the person who doesn't know they have trigeminal neuralgia, for the person who has a salt-based or sodium-based skincare product and then puts ice on the skin, which lowers the temperature of that and can actually cause burns on the skin, for the person who leaves it on the skin and goes way too hard and gets frost nip, no, can we stop with the ice on the skin? If you really want to do this, like wrap it in something so you don't have direct ice contact on the skin, or use a tool that conducts coolness, or put a face mask or a moisturizer in the fridge. That'll be great. Do that. Don't put ice directly on your skin. You could literally exacerbate rosacea. You get these red flushes. You could get capillary dilation. You could cause issues, especially if you do have nerve issues right here. We don't want this. And I know, Ricky, other people who do this, they probably don't know better and they probably haven't received those negative benefits. But the second rosacea starts popping up and you use a sodium-based product and it causes ice burns to the skin, don't come running to me. I told you so.
Look, I have rosy cheeks now.
What did I just tell you? What did I just tell you? We're gonna say a prayer for his skin. Stop with the direct ice on the face. Thank you.
So what I do is that I wake up early in the morning. I would say at 5:36, before all the babies wake up, and I find silence. Silence is what's really keeping me grounded. I found this meditation, it's called Headspace. Guided meditation. It's doing a lot for me, to be honest. I wish I could be in lotus position for 3 hours a day. It's not the case. But 15, 20 minutes, half an hour, it really makes a difference.
He is living the life that I want. Waking up early, meditating, going to the ocean, applying skincare. This is the life I want. Meditation is super important and it brings in this conversation of how skincare and mental health are so intertwined and how we care for ourselves is an expression of self-love. And it doesn't mean spending money, it just means spending time to appreciate yourself in the ways that matter most to you. This is the kind of skincare advice that we need, where we're actually taking care of what's underneath our skin, aka the brain cells. I didn't know this about Ricky. This is awesome.
So obviously everybody needs a toner. Who doesn't love a good toner?
I agree. Who doesn't love a good toner? But no, everybody doesn't need a toner. In the past, we had these really alkaline or stripping soaps, so we needed acidic toners to bring the skin back into balance. We don't need that anymore. Nah, don't get me wrong. I use a toner. I love a good toner. They're amazing. But does everyone need one? No. We've actually done a video on skincare products that you don't technically need, but that I do love. And yes, toner is in that mix. Oh, he's using this brand again. It's the Kumiko Matcha Tea Natural Face Toner, Hydrating pH Balancing Toner with Hyaluronic Acid Face Toner with powerful antioxidant blend, energized and radiant skin for all skin types, clean beauty! For the price of $39.95, let's see if it's worth it. Looks like we do have water, propanediol, glycerin, butylene glycol. We have some aloe in here. Ooh, we do have some urea, which is really good. You can get urea from different places and it doesn't always come from urine. But fun fact, did you know that ancient Egyptians used to take baby diapers and put them on their faces because of the urea? If you didn't know, now you know. Podcast coming soon. But this also has some plant extracts such as lavender and bitter orange. And again, that could irritate some people. We do have a couple of fragrancing ingredients, but there's nothing in here that I really dislike. Looks like it's vegan and cruelty free. I might try this. And look, a lot of people who are leaving reviews say that it's really good. They would buy it again. Well, Five and Dave's, I'm glad that you would buy it again. And your review from September 27th of 2020 might just make me buy it for the first time. Let me just add this to cart real quick.
Your face feels really wet, but that's the way it should be. And in the meantime, Aesop is awesome. It's just important to be balanced about everything, because imagine you have a great face but wrinkly arms and chest. It's not what you want.
It's okay to have wrinkles. I don't think that we should demonize wrinkles because aging is a privilege that not everybody gets. But simultaneously, if you want to use products to treat them, if you want to mitigate them, prevent them, go for it. I agree. Your skin is your skin is your skin. So you do need to treat the skin all over your body, which mainly means sun protection and good cleansing. But if you want to use a couple extras, a couple fancies, go for it. I've been trying the Necessaire body serum. I never knew that I needed a body serum, but Dr. Dre convinced me otherwise. So body care, if you have the time and finances for it, and if you enjoy the process, go for it.
Believe it or not, for a long time, I had really high cholesterol. And then I was using this medication that was helping my cholesterol, but it was activating the enzymes of my liver. And I went to the doctor again. So now you're gonna give me something that will fix my liver, but will harm something else in my body. So I went full-on vegetarian. And 3 months after I went full-on vegetarian, I went back to my doctor and he said, "What are you doing? You're doing something. I'm telling you, the medicine that I'm giving you is helping." And I'm like, "Not really. I'm not drinking your medication." I went full-on vegetarian and it's really, really helping.
This is so interesting, and this opens up an entire wormhole of health and nutrition and how these things work together. When someone has high cholesterol, obviously that increases your risk of having a heart attack, a STEMI. You don't want to be rushed to the hospital because there is a blockage in your coronary arteries and your body cannot pump blood. Obviously that is really scary, and a lot of doctors do put patients on medication to help save their lives. A lot of these can be blood thinners such as Coumadin and warfarin. This helps to thin out the blood so that you don't get what's called an embolism. An embolism can travel through and it can get lodged in the brain, in the heart, legs, anywhere in the lungs, etc. But there are many different types of medications that can be prescribed, everything from beta blockers to diuretics, things that help vasodilate and like open up the blood vessels inside of the body. But as with every medication, there are risks and there are potential side effects. And that is something that is a conversation between each person and their doctor. This medication could save your life, but do you want to be on it long term? That is up to you. And if you can get to the root cause of what is causing the high cholesterol, and with exercise and dietary and lifestyle changes and stress management, that is going to be a healthier and more sustainable way of living rather than relying on medications all the time. But for some people who aren't willing to make those changes, they do rely on meds. Now, again, every single medication has side effects, but there's an analysis that's done between the benefit and the risk. What is the risk of death or severe harm from this condition, and what is the risk of this medication and those side effects? And everyone reacts differently. We all have different bodies and different metabolisms, so maybe Ricky's body was not super happy with the medication that he was on. I love that he's a vegetarian. I went vegan and it did completely change my life, my blood panels, my health, my skin, etc. But that isn't going to be the same for everyone. And if you are feeling restricted, if you come from a restricted eating background, if you have specific genetic conditions in which your body can't process or absorb certain nutrients, then obviously you might need something different. But I think it's so cool that he's open to talking about that and that he has seen such dramatic changes in his cholesterol levels, probably his blood pressure, and hopefully the way he looks and feels.
This is magic in a bottle. You put a little bit of it, you shake it, and I use the whole ampule. Everybody says that's too much. No, it's not too much. If it's about taking care of yourself, it's not too much. But what this does is that it stimulates collagen.
I got so concerned at first because we were talking about health. I thought he was gonna be like, I eat this natural fermented seal feces that I ingest twice a day and it cures my blood pressure. I was like, oh my God, where are we going with this? But this ampule looks really interesting. They're not linking the ampule or what it is. If someone can help me find it, is it the Kiehl? He says it's collagen stimulating or collagen boosting. I'd like to know what's inside of it, but I'm glad that he likes it and I hope that he sees some collagen stimulation from it. Just tell me what it is so that I can spend my own money on it.
I have a lot of friends that go like, yo, I don't take care of myself. You know, I'm a surfer. I don't do that. My thing is it's sun. And then all of a sudden they're hiding to do these kind of things because it's about self-love. It's sexy to take care of yourself, isn't it? And then a little extra love for the eye. You always have to have some love for the eye.
We were doing so good. And then this. We do have to have love for the eyes, yes, but we also have to have love for our wallets. And for me, I think that eye creams are the biggest waste of money in the entire universe. We have ranted about this at least 5 times. Like, if you haven't seen these, are you even subscribed? Are you even following? Are you even a skintellectual beautiful butterfly? Because eye creams are essentially little tubes of moisturizers that they package in these tiny, tiny containers and charge you 7 times the price for. Look at the ingredients, look at the sourcing, look at the formulation. They're almost exactly the same, and the under eye skin is not dramatically different from the rest of the face. Most eyelid cancers happen in the pore. So yes, while the skin might be thinner toner, and you can definitely use a different product if you want a different texture or if you want to apply something different under makeup. Most of them are a huge waste of money. Now, eye pads are a little bit different. They're kind of like a push-up bra for the under eye. They do kind of hold things in. I like to use some overnight. There are some that make me feel bougie that I like to take selfies in and Instagram myself when I am wearing them. But are they the first thing that you should be spending your money on? No. Get yourself some sunscreen and a hat and a good cleanser and even a toner and a serum first before you start spending money on these eye things. That is my eye opinion.
Just go like that. Especially for those long flights. Yes, I do. I do sit there and I just put my eyes. My kids make fun of me, but I don't care. They always make fun of me anyways.
I could just be Ricky Martin's kid because like all I'm doing is like, well, I'm not making fun of him. I'm talking about the industry, but you know what I'm saying. Adopt me, Ricky Martin. Thank you. I would love to have him and his husband as my dads. That would make me so happy. And I would be so much more musically inclined to practice piano if I did. I'm just saying.
And of course we have to have a serum. Always, you have to have a serum. So this is Kiehl's.
Did he just swipe the dropper across his face? Replay in slow motion. This is why we love products that have preservatives. You should not be swiping the dropper across your face because you could contaminate whatever bacteria or microbes are naturally living on your skin and putting them into that tiny little tube. However, is it the worst thing ever? No, products have preservatives for this exact reason. Now, I don't personally like Kiehl's because they're not cruelty-free and vegan. That is something that matters a lot to me. But for $53, this is the Midnight Recovery Concentrate. And you know what? The ingredients don't look half bad. I lied. The ingredients, after I read a little further, there's a lot of essential oils in here. We love jojoba oil, we love squalane, we love caprylic triglyceride. There's a lot of great things in here, and even evening primrose oil is fine, but there's a lot of stuff in here like linalool, there's rosemary leaf oil, there's rose. It's basically a fragranced night serum, and if you want to use that, then fine, but this is not something that I would get behind, and if anything, for me, it's more irritating. This is a more sensorial product, and for Ricky, this is probably perfect because he loves skincare being self-care and appreciating himself and having that experience. But for me, who is acne prone or maybe wants to work on acne, blemishes, scars, fine lines, you know, wrinkles, hyperpigmentation, this is not going to be for my skincare tastes. And again, just like, why are you paying $52 for like a bottle of essential oils? Yeah, at least it's not as bad as doTERRA or as cult-like, nor as cult-like.
And then one of the first things that I learned was moisturizer. You have to have moisturizer. After spending 20 hours with makeup, you go home, you wash your face, you have to have moisturizer. So this is Matcha. Once again, we go to Kumiko. Antioxidants, we need this all the time.
He seems to love this Kumiko brand. Every single time he pulls one of these up, I get more and more intrigued. This one is called the Kumiko Daily Cream Advanced Shield Moisturizer, Complexion Hydrator for Mature Skin, a multi-action moisturizer with matcha tea extract. And this actually does look good, except for the fact that it's $117. What makes this tiny amount of product at 15 SPF worth $117? I love that there's sunscreen in here. SPF 15 is great if you're indoors and reapplying during the day, but you're going to want an SPF 50 if you are in the water. You're gonna want it water resistant. You're gonna want that if you're in the sun, and you're gonna want UVA and UVB protection, because did you know that if it says SPF, that is only talking about the UVB protection. If you want the UVA protection, you need a more broad spectrum or PA+++ on that label. We have a bunch of basic but very good ingredients, very hydrating, such as glycerin, silica, cetyl alcohol, shea butter, etc. We do have more urea, and we do have some fragrance and some Camellia sensis leaf extract, which is again this green tea extract. This is good, and we have some sunscreen stuff in here and some mango seed butter, but I don't know why this is so expensive. If you are looking for green tea and if you are looking for SPF, these are what I would recommend, and these are what I would recommend if you're a little bit more price sensitive. And again, if you're not, it's your money. Spend it where you want to. But for me, I'm not spending that kind of money on this product, and I would rather buy 5 products for this price rather than 1.
Even when I didn't really have a routine, moisturizer was the thing that kind of like saved my life. I say saved my life, or my skin. I'm telling you, I had really bad moments with my skin. My mom always told me, it doesn't matter what you do, please use moisturizer. She still does.
I love his mother. The way his mother treats him is the way I treat my mother. So my mom, love her to pieces, but she's never had major acne. I grew up with severe chronic cystic acne, and the only breakout she ever had was on her wedding day, on her chin. And she rides motorcycles 3 out of 7 days of the week. She's covered up to her knees in mud because she chases chickens around the backyard. Love her. But I'm the one who's telling her, Mama, use a moisturizer, use sunscreen, please. She uses sunscreen, and she was the one who got me slathered up in sunscreen when I was a child, but anything else skincare, it's not about beauty or aesthetics for her. It was about protection with the sunscreen. But my God, what I would do to get my mother to just use a serum and a moisturizer before she goes to bed at night. Like, it's her face, not mine. What she does is up to her. But would that make me a proud daughter? Absolutely.
So obviously we all have to have sunscreen. I'm gonna be really honest. It's not that I use sunscreen my entire life, but it is so important. It's time to grow up. You need sunscreen. We are so exposed to the sun. So what I use is Kiehl's, and this is 30 SPF.
Look at that. We have redeemed ourselves from this moisturizer. I love that he is aware of sunscreen and honest about not using it his entire life. We're all in a different place in our skincare journey, and we're all learning at different rates. This is amazing to see that he has learned and educated himself, and that he's using a sunscreen every day, and that he has found one that he enjoys, even if it is from Kiehl's, who is not a vegan or cruelty-free brand.
Remember, it doesn't matter what type of skin you have, wear sunblock.
I must say, I wish that the sunblock that he used was cruelty-free. He's vegetarian. Come on, my boy. Let's think about, yes, health is important, but let's think about the other members of the planetary society that we share this planet with. Let's choose some products that are cruelty-free. If you're looking for a really good cruelty-free sunscreen that is comparable to the Kiehl's one, I would recommend some of these.
Facial mist, always important. M61, you have to have this with you at all times.
Facial mists are very refreshing, but what is this M61 and what is in this? It's a Hydro Boost face mist. Ooh, $32, so it's not ridiculous. It is vegan and cruelty-free with no animal testing. We love to see it. So this does have some interesting things. We have some peptides, we have some antioxidants. This is actually pretty great. We have aloe and centella. Ooh, we have palmityl tripeptide 1, palmityl tripeptide 7, acetyl hexapeptide 8, palmityl tripeptide 38. These are great, and some of these peptides can actually help with a little bit of the fine lines and wrinkles that we get around our face, or so they claim. We have watermelon in here, apple, lentil. Oh, we love to see it. Great antioxidants. Licorice for a little bit of hyperpigmentation. Bergamot is probably for a fragrancing effect. I really like this, and for the price, yeah, this really seems good. I just wish it weren't in a face mist. This should be in a moisturizer, and we should slather this all over, all day.
It's just really good. You do it all day with your moisturizer, and it just makes you feel better. It makes you feel better. So for me, sharing this with you is kind of like therapy for me, to be honest. It's about going back in time and remember that time and place where I was not happy with myself, right? I was not happy with what was happening in my life. I was very successful. I was going around the world with music and everything, but I wasn't that happy. So today I just talked to you about the things that I do, little details that make me feel better about who I am. So it's about taking care of myself. Me first.
Ricky, I connect to this. When I was a model, people thought that I was on top of the world. They thought that my life was great. You look good, you're at these fancy events, like you have attention and cameras on you, but I was miserable. I was hiding behind makeup with my acne. I was insecure about my body. I felt horrible about myself every single day. And skincare and understanding not just the appearance and the aesthetics of it, but the actual inner beauty and the cosmetic chemistry and the science of it and how my beautiful body works, that saved me. Like literally, I've been in psych wards and I've had to get help, and I don't think that it's shameful to admit that. I think it's very brave to ask for help when we need it. That takes a lot of strength. It's easier to be quiet and to hide things than it is to ask for help. But Ricky has said a lot of things that I really, really, really relate to. And he said, it's about me first. If you have a cup You can't keep pouring into other people, you're gonna drain yourself thin. But if your cup is constantly full and if it is overflowing, then everyone else can enjoy your overflow and you never feel drained. And you know what? For me, skincare helps me get there, and it seems like it's the same for Ricky Martin. And whether it's skincare or something else, you need to find in life what that thing is for you. So with that being said, make sure that you stay hydrated, reapply your sunscreen, and also make sure the like button and subscribe button are hit. Make sure that you have joined this community. If you think that there's someone who could benefit from this, share this with them. Send it over to them and be like, hey, this was interesting and I think you might enjoy it. Overall, remember to be beautiful both inside and out, and I cannot wait to see you in this next video. Love you guys. Bye.